Ubisoft. A company that I used to love so much that I dreamed about working for them as a kid. A company that developed games which made me feel like a badass, with trailers filled with so much hype that I'd fantasize about their releases. Unfortunately, that is not the same company that's around today. Most OG fans and serious gamers can agree that Ubisoft is really a master of only one thing: killing their franchises. By the way, I checked my analytics and realized a bunch of people are watching my videos but are not subscribed. Wait, 99%? Not even 1% watching are subbed? Okay, look, I get I suck at making videos, but come on, try to help me out a little bit and smash the sub button. Now, I'm not some crazy gaming guru to where I've played all the games made by Ubisoft, but I have played most of their popular games, and Ubisoft has definitely contributed to making some awesome franchises that I used to love, like Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and the multitude of Tom Clancy games. Anyway, I want to address one of their biggest franchises, Assassin's Creed. Oh, how my heart hurts seeing the absolute crapfest that this series has turned into. Fighting monsters, climbing everything. He isn't even holding onto a ledge. I think I can speak for all the OG fans when I say that Ubisoft killed Assassin's Creed once they killed Desmond. Desmond was an awesome character who played a perfect medium between the player and the personas you were becoming. You were discovering the Animus and Abstergo just like Desmond, and being in an ancient setting was one of the most immersive experiences I had ever had in a game because how you got there just made sense. Making my way through the crowds, climbing buildings was nothing new, but Ubisoft created a mechanic where you would bump into people when you walked too fast, which exposed you to your enemies and resulted in you tripping and falling, thus leaving you open to an attack. The parkour system was so methodically planned to where you had to think about how to reach higher points, and it left you feeling accomplished once you reached your objective. I mean, the game's default movement was walking, and you had to hold a trigger to run, and somehow this just felt great. Most games want to tax the living shit out of you or make you spam a button to increase your stamina bar. I fucking hate this. Killing enemies was so smooth and satisfying to where I actually felt like an assassin who could slip in, eliminate my target, and get out undetected. Then there was the whole story. Abstergo, this evil corporation, was on the hunt for the hidden power and the Apple of Eden, which, correct me if I'm wrong, they're tracking the location of it through the lives of people's ancestors who had come in contact with it. Now, the game's stories are just so mediocre, I honestly could just care less. I play just to play, and that isn't the only thing that has sucked. The immersion has gone down drastically as well. Sure, the graphics look great and the minigames are okay, I'll get to those in a sec, but the immersion of the world around you is just terrible. A lot of the Viking buildings are recycled, the townspeople are mindless NPCs whose only purpose is to fill up empty space, and you don't even bump into them like the old games. Like, Ubisoft completely removed an immersive feature that I've never seen in a game before.
They removed this in Origins first, yes, I know.
Anyway, the people don't seem like they're doing anything compared to older titles. Now, yes, the older NPCs weren't doing much else either, but they were bunched up into crowds, making the towns feel alive. Whereas now, you just have people so spread out that when you look at them individually, you can tell they're just following some animation cycle. Not only that, but the company used to be so dedicated to historical accuracy that their first gameplay trailer showed Altair with a crossbow, but it wasn't invented during the time era that the game took place in, so they removed it from the game entirely. Fuck yeah, I respected that, and the community did as well. Now you're fighting monsters and using magic, which is cool, but it's just not Assassin's Creed, and I think it goes to show that this game is only doing as well as it is because it's riding the Assassin's Creed franchise. Put this game as a standalone title and half the people would open their eyes and see this shit for what it is. A massive landscape with a laundry list of tasks and a very basic equipment character leveling system. Like, take the Assassin's Creed name out of this and you just have a very basic RPG themed around Vikings. The series have always played on interesting themes like the Crusades and the Renaissance, but you were also given an amazing story with great characters. Now what the f am I doing and why? I don't care about you people. I used to want to progress in the games because I wanted to know more about the Assassin's Order, the way Ubisoft set up the mysteries behind the story, Adam and Eve, Abstergo. There was just so much going on with little information that your imagination was running wild. Now who knows what the I'm doing. They've also decided to add dialogue options to Valhalla, which would be cool if, I don't know, your choices made a difference. If anything I say will result in the same goddamn response from the people around you, you might as well not include it at all. You're wasting my time and you're patronizing me into thinking that I'm actually making an impact on the world. If this doesn't really have a different dialogue tree like the Witcher games, don't bother. Origins had a lot going for it. It was literally called Origins. They could have set everything up epically. Instead, I travel all over the f***ing place to level up just so I can stab someone in the neck and it'll actually do something. I f***ing hated all the characters in this game too. They were unmemorable and the mouthing animations, oh my god, these are amazing. Oh, you don't like me crapping on these games? See if I care. I don't even have subscribers to lose. Valhalla has a bunch of little mini games like drinking and wordplay, which just seemed like they had potential for something great, but ended up being time killers and almost like something the temps at the studio were told to make for a recommendation letter. Like, honestly, I get it, Vikings drink, but this gets old pretty fast. Okay, honestly, I just like making Eivor mess up just so I can listen to the sound effects. At the end of the day, the game has changed so much to be this grindy hack and slash when it used to be focused on a story with stealth and mystery. Sure, even I will admit the stealth system was pretty mediocre and didn't seem to improve, like, ever? I don't know. Congrats Ubisoft, you done killed Assassin's Creed. Anyway, I hope I was able to hit on more points in comparison to my other videos, but if there's anything you feel like I left out, let me know down below. And subscribe, you jerks! Thanks again for making it this far. Bye.